Hey everyone, it's Mr. Beast here. I'm so stupid. Oh my god. Hey everyone, it's Dylan, and today we're going to be doing a movie haul. So I recently saw, which I had no idea. I had no idea that it was even happening, but for Friday the 13th, there was a Friday the 13th in September, and for Friday the 13th, Kino Lober was having a sale on some of their horror films. And it was like, I saw an ad on Facebook, I think, and it said items as low as $6.99. So I was like, let me go check out and see what they have for sale. And there happened to be a specific type of movie on sale, and I ended up buying a bunch. Quite a hefty box, pretty heavy. I haven't opened it yet, so I figured I would open it on video. So we'll give you, a bit of a sneak peek. I think that this was its own distribution company, and Kino Lober must have acquired it at some point. I don't know the specifics. And I've kind of been collecting these on and off. I did do an order with Kino Lober probably, I don't know, last year sometime, and picked up a few of them. Big Lots had a few of them on sale, and I think I got a couple at like an antique store. So let's just kind of get right on into it. So the first one that I picked up is The Butcher. So if you didn't know, I picked up all of these Tartan Asian Extreme films. So this one says Palisades, which I don't know what the difference between the Palisade Tartan Asian Extreme is, or just the regular Tartan Asian Extreme. But this is a movie out of Korea, and I don't know, I've heard quite a few things. I haven't really watched any of the Tartan Asian Extremes that I can think of. I think there might be a couple that I have watched, but none that I can think of off the top of my head. But kind of reminds me of like the new French Extremity, but for like Asia. And so I thought that was super interesting and wanted to start picking some of these up. So we have this, The Butcher. I think altogether I spent like $90, I think. And and I got quite a few things, so I'm actually pretty happy with this. I don't think I spent over $10 on per item, and most of them were significantly less than $10. So next up we have Abnormal Beauty. So this is a Tartan Asian Extreme. This is out of Hong Kong, and it's from the director of The Eye and the Bangkok Dangerous. I have seen the American remake of The Eye, but I have not seen the original. So this looks pretty interesting. I mean, you can't really tell too much from the cover, and this one actually is quite nice because it comes in like a little slipcase type of situation. So that's pretty cool. Then we have Whispering Corridors. This is in Tartan Asia Extreme. This, I don't know like exactly, but I think there are 3 movies that are interconnected kind of, and Whispering Corridors is one of those. And then I think it's like Memento Mori, and I forget what the other one is called. I'm trying to see if I can find it. I don't see it, but it's something like that. And so I had bought Memento Mori, and the other one, Voices maybe? I actually got that at like a thrift store, but I had bought Memento Mori at Kino Lober the last time I made an order with them, and I didn't realize that like Whispering Corridors was like the first one. in the series, even though they're like not really connected, but they're like loosely connected. So I wanted to pick this one up so that I can watch that. This is a film out of... It does not say. So I'm not going to assume anything, but excited for this. They did announce Arrow Video announced like an Asian collection that they were releasing for October, and there was at least one of the Tartan Asian Extreme videos in there. I didn't buy any of these because these are all DVD. I didn't buy any ones that could be or that were on Blu-ray in this haul. So then we have just a regular Tartan video. So we're out of the Asian Extreme, but same distribution. And this is called H6. And what's this? It's the Spanish answer to Hostel from Bloody Disgusting, which that was something that really intrigued me because I think I like the Hostel films quite a bit. I like the idea of the Hostel films. Sometimes they're a little rough, but I like the idea of them, and I really liked the second Hostel actually. And so this is H6, Diary of a Serial Killer. From the producers of Basic Instinct 2 and Sexy Beast. Never heard of Sexy Beast, but that's pretty cool. Kind of getting Texas Chainsaw Massacre vibes from this. So really look forward to that. It's got a Clive Barker quote on the front that says stunningly morbid. So hopefully Clive Barker liked it. And then we have the Heirloom. This one looks pretty cool. We got some nooses there. Kind of looking at it through the camera, it kind of looks like these are like bike tires. But we've got the Heirloom. I definitely like Asian films. I need to watch more Asian horror films. I feel like I have not seen a ton of them. And so that's part of the reason why I purchased these, as well as some of the other ones like this one right here. This is Shitan. This is another like just regular Tartan video. This is out of France. So this might be a little bit more along the lines of the New French Extremity. And this has Vincent Castile in it, this has a Vincent Castle. So that is pretty cool, and definitely look forward to checking this one out. Quite an interesting cover. And then we have this one, which is called Sorum, I believe, a Tartan Asian Extreme. It's out of South Korea. So we got some K-horror. It says They're Waiting for You, and it's the winner of Best Director, Best Actress, and Special Jury Prize at the Fansporto Film Festival. So that's pretty cool, and this is also one that comes in one of those slip cases things, which is really nice. Then we have some interesting ones. These actually are quite nice. I was unaware that this was how they were going to come. These are like sets. And so these were $9 each, or $10 each. And I thought they were going to be like the size of a regular DVD. And it was just going to have like 3 discs in it, or worst case scenario, all the movies were going to be on the same disc. But we've got like full sets with a slipcase around it and the 3 different films that are in the case. So alright, we'll do this one first. So this is the Asian Extreme Collection, and this is volume 1 from South Korea. And so this one says Palisade Tartan Asian Extreme, which I'm still not 100% sure what exactly that means. So we've got 3 films in the set. So we have Our Point, we have Face, and we have The Red Shoes. So this collection I purchased because you can't, or at least they weren't part of the sale. I didn't like search the Kino Lober website, but you can't buy like Our Point and Face separately. You can buy The Red Shoe separately. I bought that in the last time I ordered from Kino Lober. So when I saw this collection and they had these in them, I was like, you know what, I'll just sell my copy of the Red Shoes and just keep this one. So pretty cool. I look forward to checking these out, and this is from South Korea. Then we have volume 2, which is also a Palisades Tartan Asian Extreme. And this is the Asian Extreme Collection Volume 2, Japanese films. So we've got The Snake of June, Prey, and Vital. I believe Vital is the only one that has a Blu-ray in the set. And don't quote me, but I just recently got the I'm gonna totally forget what the director's name is, but the director of Tetsuo the Iron Man. Arrow put out a collection of his films, and I believe that Vital was one of them. And so that's pretty cool, and I look forward to checking these out. I'll give you a good look at this. And then we got our last one. So our last one is also one of the Palisade Asian or Tartan Asian Extremes, and this is the Asian Extreme Collection Volume 3 from Thailand. And as far as I know, these are the only collections that they put, and these were put together by Kino Lober. You can see that right here. I don't believe any of the other ones were like specifically put out by Kino Lober. Like I said, I think that they bought a lot of these films, or they bought the company, the Tartan Asian Extreme company. I would assume it's probably Tartan, the Tartan company, and then they started releasing these. So in this collection, we've got, let's do it to where you can't see the glare. We've got The Ghost of May Nak, and then we have The Victim, and then we have P. So I'm looking forward to this. Some of these you can buy separately, and then some of them you have to buy the collection. But like I said, for $10, more or less $3 for each of these films. Like it's like $3.33 repeating. So that's a pretty good deal, and pretty happy to have gotten that. So that is my Friday the 13th sale haul. It's running for a week. I believe today's the last day, so I'm not going to get this video up on the last day of the sale. So unfortunately, you're not going to be able to get these, but potentially be on the lookout for other Kino Lober sales, because I would imagine that the prices are probably going to be pretty similar. So thank you guys for watching. Let me know if you've watched any of these movies and if you would recommend that I check any of them out immediately. And remember, if you're not already subscribed and you'd like to be, please hit that subscribe button down below and give this video a like if you liked it. Thank you guys for watching, and have a great day. Bye.